The Wayzata gymnastics team has a lot of new faces this winter, but senior Andi Pulls has been a constant for the Trojans for 4 years. Jason Melillo profiles the Wayzata senior in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Like most competitive gymnasts, Andi Pulls started young and put in long hours practicing her sport.
She's determined. When she sets her mind to something, she'll do whatever she can to achieve that goal. And that's been the same for the whole 4 years that she's been here.
Gymnastics is a passion of mine. I really love it. It's just part of my life. Like, I couldn't not do gymnastics, I feel like.
Still, the time commitment and the physical and mental exertion took its toll on Pulls. And in middle school, she almost gave up the sport.
It got a lot harder. I mean, being in the upper levels too, and just the practices became harder, and you're older, so you kind of are having like a lot more going on in your life, just a pressure and a lot of stuff going on.
Pulls' perseverance has paid off. On the Wayzata varsity since her freshman year, the senior is aiming to make the state meet for a 4th time this winter. The road back to the state meet won't be easy for Pulls or the Wayzata team. The Trojans are in a new section this season where they'll face tougher competition.
It's kind of hard because with our previous section, we kind of, going to state 3 times in a row, it's kind of like you expect to go to state again, but now we have a new section, so it's kind of, we don't know what to expect, and I don't know what to expect. So it's really going to be a surprise, but I'm glad to have the experience and like know what the pressure's like to help my team.
Pulls and her teammates are starting to put it all together at the right time though, scoring season highs in their last 2 meets.
At the Hopkins meet, we really just kind of put our all out there and had a really great meet and had an all-time score, and that was on Thursday, and then this past Saturday we beat that score by 2 points. So really we've been improving, and it's just exciting. And I found out the score before they announced it, so I was like holding it in. I couldn't tell my teammates. I was like, I know we did really well, but so I mean, it's just, I think like it kind of came as a surprise. Like, we don't really know that we can do that well yet, and now it's kind of like, okay, we can do it. We can get these higher scores, so it's good.
If Pulls makes the state meet, it will likely be the end of her time as a competitive gymnast. Pulls hopes to go to the University of Wisconsin this coming fall, but says she isn't planning to compete at the collegiate level.
D1 gymnastics is really competitive, so I don't know if I'd for sure get onto one of the D1 teams that I'd look at, and I'm not really interested in going to a D3 school, so that's kind of where I'm caught.
Pulls has greatly enjoyed her time as a Wayzata gymnast, and even though that time is quickly coming to an end, she hopes to stay connected to the program for years to come.
Wayzata gymnastics has become like a family for me. I know that I can come back here and hang out at practices when I'm back from college and stuff like that, and like the coaches I've really become close with, and the teammates. So I mean, it's just like it's a really good experience, and the time consumption is high, but it's worth it.
Pulls was a member of the Wayzata Showstoppers dance team last fall and hopes to possibly join a dance team or spirit squad in college.